Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a super common question from one of our subscribers, Marco, that many of you with hybrid inverters and multiple solar panel arrays might be wondering about. How do you connect different types of solar panels to achieve the best efficiency? Marco has a great setup, a 4.2 kilo hybrid inverter with a 100 amp and single MPPT, and on his roof he's got two distinct sets of solar panels. Array A 8 solar panels, each with a VMP voltage at maximum power of 32.65 volt and IMP current at maximum power of 13.63 amp. Array B 6 solar panels, each with a VMP of 44.3 volt and imp of 10 amp. The challenge here is that he has panels with different voltage and current characteristics, and he wants to connect them to a single MPPT for the best efficiency. Let's break down how to do this effectively. Understanding MPPT and why it matters. Before we get into the connections, let's quickly understand what an MPPT or maximum power point tracker does. Think of it as the brain of your solar charge controller. Its job is to continuously adjust the electrical load on the solar panels to ensure they are operating at their sweet spot, the point where they produce the absolute maximum power possible, regardless of changes in sunlight, temperature, or load. When you have a single MPPT, it can only optimize for one maximum power point. This is why connecting panels with vastly different voltage or current characteristics directly in parallel or series can lead to inefficiencies, as the MPPT struggles to find a single optimal point for the entire array. Calculating array characteristics. Now let's calculate the characteristics of each of Marco's arrays if they were connected in series and in parallel. Array A, 8 solar, each panel 32.65 volt and 13.63 ampere. If connected in series, total VMP 8 into 32.65 volt equal to 261.2 volt. Total IMP equals 13.63 ampere. If connected in parallel, total VMP equals 32.65 volt. Total IMPL 8 into 13.63 amperes equal to 109.04 ampere. Array B, 6 solar, each panel 44.3 volt and 10 ampere. If connected in series, total VMP are 6 into 44.3 volt equal to 265.8 volt. Total IMP is 10 ampere. If connected in parallel, total VMP yields 44.3 volt. Total IMP are 6 into 10 ampere equal to 60 ampere. Calculations for both arrays in series and parallel. The best connection strategy, series for voltage matching. Looking at these numbers, the best strategy for Marco, given his single MPPT, is to connect each array in series and then connect these two series strings in parallel to the MPPT input. Let's explain why. Voltage matching. Notice that when array A is in series, its VMP is 261.2 volts and array B in series has a VMP of 265.8 volts. These voltages are remarkably close. This is crucial. When you connect strings in parallel to an MPPT, you want their voltages to be as close as possible. Current summation. When you parallel two series strings, their currents add up, while the voltage remains largely the same. Ideally, the voltage of the lowest voltage string, if there's a slight mismatch, though an MPPT will still try to find the best compromise. So if we connect the series string of array A to 61.2 volts, 13.63 amperes, and the series string of array B to 65.8 volts, 10 amperes in parallel, the combined approximate voltage will be around 261.2 volts to 65.8 volts. The combined current will be 13.63 amperes plus 10 amperes equals 23.63 amperes. MPPT compatibility. Marco's inverter has a 100 amp single MPPT. A combined current of 23.63 amperes is well within the 100 amps limit. The voltage range for most hybrid inverters with a single MPPT is usually quite broad, often 100V, 500V or more, so a voltage around 260 volt should be perfectly acceptable. Why not other options? Let's quickly touch on why other options might be less efficient for Marco. Connecting everything in series. This wouldn't work well because the panels have different IMP. The lowest IMP would dictate the maximum current for the entire string, severely limiting power from the higher IMP panels. Connecting everything in parallel. This would result in very low voltage, either 32.65 V or 44.3 V, and very high current over 100 amps, which would likely be outside the MPPT's operating voltage range and exceed its current limits. Important considerations for Marco. Before Marco starts wiring, a few critical points. Open circuit voltage, VOC. Always check the VOC of his panels and ensure that the combined VOC of the series strings does not exceed the maximum input voltage of his hybrid inverter's MPPT. VOC is always higher than VMP and occurs when the panels are not under load, typically in cold, sunny conditions. For array A, 8 VOC of a single panel. For array B, 6 VOC of a single panel. Add those two to find the max parallel input VOC. Short circuit current, ISC. Similarly, ensure the combined ISC, short circuit current, of the parallel strings doesn't exceed the MPPT's maximum input current. ISC is usually slightly higher than IMP. Wire sizing. Properly size his DC wiring to handle the combined current safely and minimize voltage drop. Shading. Be aware that even partial shading on any panel in a series string can significantly reduce the output of the entire string. If one array is more prone to shading than the other, this setup might still see some dips. If shading is a major issue, power optimizers or microinverters could be considered for a future upgrade. But for a single MPPT, this series parallel approach is the most efficient. Safety. Always disconnect power and take all necessary safety precautions when working with solar electricity. So Marco, to summarize, connect your 8-panel array A in series and your 6-panel array B in series. Then, connect these two series strings in parallel to your 4.2 kW hybrid inverter's single MPPT input. This approach will allow your MPPT to operate efficiently by handling two strings with very similar voltages, maximizing your power harvest. I hope this helps you and anyone else facing similar solar connection dilemmas. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more solar tips, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.